EA's LZR Microscan is a standalone door-mounted safety system for automatic swing doors that uses laser-based time-of-flight technology to create the most effective swing door safety sensor on the market. Enclosed with each product is a Microscan user's guide and mounting template. The standard package includes the sensors and covers, a programmable hub, and an optional spacer. The necessary harness wires are also included. In the package, you will also find the door loop, end caps, and home switch accessories for standard installation. Universal kits 10 LZR Microscan 1U and 2U include the on-off hold-open switch and power supply. Additional accessories are also available, including a mounting arm for narrow door applications and a Y harness for glass and fire doors. Using the Velcro strips provided, mount the LZR Microscan hub in the header, ensuring that the hub is easily accessible for programming. Plug the system harness into the hub using the port marked System. On both sides of the door, mark and punch the holes for the mounting screws using the mounting template provided. On both sides of the door, use an 1/8 of an inch bit to drill the mounting holes for the sensor. Using a 5/16 bit, drill access holes for the slave sensor harness and repeat on the opposite side of the door. Using the end cap as a guide, mark holes for mounting the end cap. Using a 1/8 inch bit, drill the mounting holes for the end cap. Using a 1/2 inch bit, drill the access hole for the master sensor harness. Measure the door loop to the minimum necessary length. Trim door loop and feed the master sensor harness through the door loop. Secure the door loop to the sensor with the pass-through end cap provided. The red arrow on the sensor must point toward the door jamb. Start the sensor mounting screws in the previously drilled holes, but do not screw in completely. Feed the slave sensor harness through the door leaf. Mount the sensor to the door and feed the slave sensor harness through. Fasten screws to secure the sensor to the door. Plug the slave sensor harness into the mounted sensor. On the opposite side of the door, again start the screws in the holes. Fasten screws to secure the sensor to the door. Plug the slave sensor harness into the sensor. Feed the master sensor harness into the header through the previously drilled hole in the door frame. Secure the loose end of the door loop to the door frame with the end cap provided. Plug the master sensor harness into the hub port labeled Door A Sensor. Install the home switch into the desired location by applying the adhesive back and mounting in the door header. Wire the home switch to the system harness. Connect the white home switch wires to the orange system harness wires with wire nuts. Mount the home switch magnet in the door, ensuring that the two pieces line up with the door while in the closed position. Option 1. Install BEA's Eagle for overhead activation. Refer to the Eagle User's Guide for installation instructions. Plug Eagle harness into the hub port labeled Motion 1 and, if applicable, Motion 2. If installing a BEA knowing act device, such as a push plate, refer to the appropriate BEA User's Guide for installation instructions. Wire nut the knowing act device wires, COM and NO, to the gray wires of the system harness. Option 1. If using an OEM supplied on-off hold-open switch, use the on-off hold-open jumper that is provided. Wire nut the red and black wires together and plug the on-off hold-open jumper into the hub port labeled on-off hold-open. Option 2. Splice the non-BEA on-off hold-open switch into BEA's on-off hold-open jumper. Consult the LZR Microscan User's Guide for more information. Option 3. Use BEA's on-off hold-open switch by installing the switch according to the User's Guide provided. Wire door control to door control harness, referring to the wiring matrix in the User's Guide. Plug door control harness into hub port labeled Door Control A. Plug the power harness into the hub port marked Power. Your system will now power up. An orange LED will illuminate, noting a successful make-break of the home switch. Press gray knob to select menu options. Rotate gray knob to scroll through menu. Measure the width of the door leaf from the LED to the leading edge of the door. Please note that the measurements taken in this video are for demonstration only. In the screen marked Detection Zone A, input your measurement. Specify guide rails. If there are no guide rails in your application, keep the system setting at 0. Select Back to return to the home screen. Before performing the learn cycle, ensure that the door is on. Push and hold the gray knob until the words "Clear Area" appear. The system will now measure the distance to the floor. The microscan will activate the door at this stage. It is now learning the rotation, direction, and degrees. Note an orange LED to ensure the successful make-break of a home switch. The system will save the information from the learn cycle. The system will reboot before the changes take effect. The learn cycle is now complete. Upon a successful learn, you may now place the covers on the sensors.